Hi everyone, this is Jennifer Franz, and tonight I will be presenting on mobile learning. I'm going to be presenting as if I'm presenting to a hypothetical school district regarding a particular high school. The age range I will be using is 9 through 12, and I'll jump right in. So the first thing you would want to ask yourself is, what is mobile learning? Mobile learning is the ability to learn using something that is not standard, such as a computer that's stationed directly at the school. The one mobile learning device I want to focus on are iPads, in particular the Apple iPad Learning Program. School districts across the country are moving towards mobile learning centers because of the environments that the kids are learning in and the environments that they have outside of school. Our high school, for instance, 9 through 12, their families are in the highest poverty rates in anywhere in the county. And our county is hypothetically Wyandotte County. What that means is our students might study in the classroom, but once they leave the school, they return to a home where more than likely they're not receiving any assistance with their studies, and they have no computer to work on any electronic applications or curriculums that we have available to them to help with their studies. And this is all based on statistics in the county, in particular Wyandotte County. The fact is, our high school needs help graduating. We have a 65% graduation rate. And the American Psychology Association found that poverty-stricken families are 5 times more likely to drop out than those who are not in the same economic class. And with our 64 graduation rate, our math and English proficiency scores are under 20%, which is totally ridiculous. Something has to be done, and giving our students the tools to study is a great way to help them succeed. We are not obligated to wash our hands when they leave our school. We need to help them beyond the classroom. A school district in Coachella Valley, California, they have demographics that are very similar to our school district. And what they decided to do is to participate in the iPad education program. What that means is they went out and bought iPads for all of their students. They also had a 64% graduation rate. After 4 years of using the iPad, their graduation rates went up to 82%. That's huge. So successful. So I definitely think this is something that we need to investigate a little further. Now, let's talk about how this program works. Though iPad and Apple, they're working with school districts throughout the United States to provide these iPads. So currently, an iPad Air 2 64 gig, which is also the most common iPad being purchased by school districts, it retails for $509 after taxes. And that's retail. Apple's education program would allow us to purchase packs of 10 at a time for $3,740. That equals out to $374 a piece. If we buy 200 of them, we're looking at a total cost of $74,800. We could load these iPads with our current software programs that we offer in our computer labs today. Going a step further, administration can lock down what they have the ability to download onto the iPads. We can totally lock it down so that they're only utilizing it for the materials we deem acceptable. Now let's talk about how we're going to pay for the iPads. There's a few ways we can fund this. Studies have shown that most school districts fund this 2 different ways. One, they get a combination of school funds and school bonds and connect those 2 together to pay for the iPads. And 2, they ask for donations. Well, in our school district, donations is improbable and impossible because they can barely afford to put food on their tables. They're not going to be able to afford to give us money to fund iPads for their students and their children. So the one thing I think we should do is we should reach out to the state and ask for funds. Additionally, I think we should also talk about doing a school bond. On the school bond, what we could do is we could have a bond set up where we put it on the ballot for the next election, explain what we want to do. And if it passes, what happens is they take a small percentage out of your taxes, transfer it over to the school, and in turn we can purchase these iPads. It's not an ongoing rate because once we purchase the iPads, we can use those for many, many years. So I definitely think this is something we should take a look at, learn more about, and possibly utilize for our students. An 82% graduation rate when you had a 64% just a few years earlier, and it's all due to being able to give the kids the tools to do studying outside the classroom, I think that's worth investigating. And I definitely think that we're in the times where we can't wash our hands of it and say, it's not our problem. It is our problem. And we need to help these kids so that they can graduate and they can become productive members of society. Thanks so much for your time. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.